Hi everybody, I'm Leandra from PaperArtsy and I'm happy to share with you this gorgeous new release for 2017 from Kim Dellow. Kim's got some stencils this time round, which we're absolutely thrilled with, and she's actually created a combination stencil mask little combo going on. So this stencil here you can see is rather a large one, which is going to be fantastic on your large format jelly plates for monoprinting. Annika has used it here with lots of really textured gel paste through and then some gorgeous paints on top, which has given amazing dimension. It's probably one of those things you need to see in real life actually, because it's just really touchy-feely. But this other stencil, it's a fabulous one because you've got 4 little elements. So these are going to be really good on your smaller jelly plates if you're, doing your monoprinting. But you can also see that on this sample here, Annika has done some gorgeous layers, and there's even another design on there which is a little snippet from this third stencil. So 3 stencils from Kim, and with lots of options. So they're just tabbed in there. You'll be able to pop the stencil out. You might need to use scissors to just cut the odd little place where we've caught them. But the idea is you can use the whole as a stencil, and then you remove the mask and you can use that as a mask technique. So do check out the PaperArtsy blog, because there's lots of ideas on masking on the PaperArtsy blog. It's been a recent topic, so I'm sure you'll find it useful to refer back to. Here's some other samples here, again just showing how versatile that is and the layers that can be created. So fantastic products, and I'm really looking forward to using these a lot. Now, to match with the stencils, Kim has of course got some lovely stamps. This particular stamp follows on a little bit from her last series, which was very retro in nature, more of the same in that style, the sort of rounded corners, etc. So this fits in perfectly with what she's already had available last year. And here you can see the sample from Michelle. It's really simple, bright pops of colour, use of white space is amazing, and her shading, she's so clever at shading in the way she does that. Annika has another lovely layered piece here. So again, she's used those stencils to create the background and then come over the top with the detail here. Some of those new enamel accents are also featured on there. And even you can see just a small section of the frame stamp. It just gives another little bit of interest to the design. And there's a great sample here that Kim has done. So on her sample, she's actually used the very large stencil in the background there. She's taken a jelly print. She's got a really nice mix of different layers of colours using translucent paints. And then she's come over the top with her feature stamp and added detail with that. So that's the first stamp set. Then here we go is EKD 05. Another amazing stamp set, and she has created another little frame down there. There's some focal elements, like the butterfly could be used as a focal element, but she's also got elements that really remind me of her slice videos. If you follow Kim on social media, you'll know that every Friday she releases a video where she does a lot of sketching, and these elements are quite reminiscent of that style. So it fits in perfectly with how she works. And here's I hope the camera can pick this up, but this is a sample by Michelle, and what she's actually done is she has used one of the smaller stencils and she has dry embossed it. So she's run it through an embossing folder, and I think you might need to go to the blog to see the detail here, but there is actually a white embossed image using this mask. So she's run the paper through her embossing machine and really imprinted the texture of the mask into that white cardstock. Splattered some paint and beautiful shading on her butterfly again to add that element on there. So I think if you can't see the detail on this video, do go to the PaperArtsy blog. The link will be in the description and it will show you the detail of that particular sample. Now here's one from from Annika, and she's created an amazing background, but I really love how the flower head pops on this. Nice use of the leaf there, and you can see that she's also got this element here stamped in the background with paint just to add that little bit of contrast in the blue. A sample from Kim. And again, she's also stamped that element, but she's got it in black. Another jelly print, and you can see again that she has used the very simple mask here on her jelly plate to just create that negative space. And then final sample using some of these stamps. This one is by Kim again. So she's done one of her very simple watercolour backgrounds. She's been using watercolours a lot, and then just coloured in the different elements. So that's Kim Dellow set 5. And then finally we've got for you Kim Dellow set 6. Now there's 2 cute samples here by Michelle. Again, she's used the resist. I don't know if you can pick it up, it's really hard to see, but she has pushed that stencil through the embossing folder again, just using it almost like an embossing folder with white card through the, like a big shot or a cuttlebug to get that texture, and then simply just used this simple stamp, cut it out and made those elements pop. And here's another beautiful sample. She's so good at colouring in with markers, and Michelle really shows how to create a fantastic little highlight there. It really brings the stamp to life. And then from Annika, another one of her very mixed media backgrounds. So here's the flower stamp here that she's used, created a stalk for that. But here's something a bit more simple. So, this element here, you might have missed that on the stamp plate there. Very simple little flower head, but by stamping it in a repeat pattern, very simple card, but beautiful. And this is also by Annika. Love this flower. And then a final sample here by Kim. Again, she's sort of created a real layered effect here, and using the masks in all kinds of different ways on that particular sample. And there's more information on the PaperArtsy blog about how these samples were made, so do go and check it out. And don't forget that these stamps are available from a PaperArtsy stockist now. There's a list of stockists on the blog post that's linked in the description of this video.